Order. Okay, thanks for the words, Mexico. If what you say is true, we will take all the necessary measures so that no one suffers mistreatment from Russia again. Russia, now you can talk. You can accept the blame or defend yourself. Go ahead. This is all a frogging lie. Okay, UN and everyone here. I'm here to defend myself against Mexico's main false accusations. Yes, I am not going to deny all the discussions and problems that I have with other countries present here. But that will be discussed at another time without a third party interrupting. Returning to the case, I would also like to actively ask the countries present here to confirm some things. But I don't want to get ahead of myself yet. To begin with, everything that Mexico said in his story is relatively good until the part where I got to his house and we decided to drink. I already had my limit, and if I'm not mistaken, it was Mexico that insisted that I continue drinking there when I clearly said no. After finishing my third bottle of vodka, I never tried to attack Mexico or overtake it. What's more, I fell asleep instantly from all the exhaustion of the trip. It wasn't until the next day that I woke up where he declared his feelings for me. And well, since we have to be 100% honest, well, I'll say it was the worst statement I had in all my years of life. Wow! Oh, Frog, he's really mad. Sorry about that, but hey, getting back on topic, he proposed to me. I'm sorry, I've ruined some expectations, but I don't like Mexico at all. I was as kind as possible to calm the tension of the moment a bit. I tried to make everything as less awkward as possible, but he kept making excuses for his rejection without accepting reality. Should I remind you, Mr. Mexico, that you also took my cell phone without permission and then broke it? Sorry, but that was never mentioned. You never tried to retrieve the chip? Well, I have no idea where it was or what Mexico may have done to my cell phone. But even what was there would have been useless in this case. I understand. Go on. It was there, where we started to argue but not fight. I was about to leave his house when he attacked me. No, it wasn't because he was trying to defend himself or something similar. Mexico did it just because of his anger at the moment at not having been reciprocated. I think I forgot to mention that he was even willing to stab me with a knife, but luckily he seems to have gone blank for a moment, and I punched him to get him off me, and I managed to escape. And well, nothing. The rest is history. I couldn't contact myself for 2 frogging weeks until the hotel put me in contact with my government. I returned to my territory and immediately went to the WHO to recover. I confirmed that. I know it's hard for you to believe, but you can't justify hurting me and blaming me for something he started. And if Mexico is going to sustain and support its version of events by involving the public in this, well, I have some questions to ask the countries about of his outburst of anger. UN, if you allow me. Permission granted. Everyone, remember to answer truthfully and in total honesty. First, I would like to call Guatemala. Russia, I have nothing to contribute in this case. I was not present at any time. I am not on anyone's side. Please, believe me, I will not want that for not supporting. Calm. I'm not asking you to be somewhere to answer my question. But I need you to answer me, since you are someone who was by his side for years. Okay, what do you need to know? Has Mexico ever been indifferent or acted in anger towards you? Well, it's something that was forgotten over time, and I really don't like to touch on conflicts from the past. But if I have to remember one, maybe it's the 1958 incident, in which he, for not listening to my claims, he almost declared war on me. Objection! In the end, she and I managed to solve that problem peacefully. Frog, there's no reason to put that conflict here. Well, you started. Mr. Mexico, you already had enough time to give your version of the facts and get support from other countries. Don't interrupt Russia again if you don't want the blame to go your way. This doesn't make any sense. I thought that topic had been ignored long enough to let it slide. How come? She knew it. That's why she was in that place. That's why she didn't want to show me what she had with her. If I had stopped her back then, Frog, she gave her everything she needed to frog me. That frog thing. What's wrong? I don't know. I felt something weird. Don't scare me, Phil. Thank you, Guatemala. That's enough. Now, I asked Nicaragua. You also had to see some of the most horrible moments from Mexico, didn't you? That's right. Not anymore. I can't just shut up. Sometimes he can't even be reasoned with, and many of my agreements with him drag on and come to nothing. To all the countries that do not live close to him and believe that he's a saint, well, let them go to the language, please. That's enough, Miss Nicaragua. Mr. Russia, I'm sorry to butt in, but I have to confirm what my sister are trying to say. And I know there were times he helped, but also it doesn't take away the times he screwed us over. And I ask everyone here, isn't that questionable behavior? I'm not asking you to trust me, but I'm asking you to stop this trial once and for all. I just want to resolve this behind closed doors with Mexico and the UN without everything being a bloody show for the rest of the countries that have nothing to do with this. This is very uncomfortable not only for me, but I imagine also for some of you who will have to see us in these circumstances. I ask for time. I need to take a breath. This is too much. Hey, yeah, this is going to be a long day. Wait a minute. You are overheating, UN. You should take a break or at least shut down for a moment. Well, I wouldn't want another accident like that time. Well, listen up, everyone. We will take a break for at least an hour. 1 hour, thanks to, then we will return to the main case and take the evidence that Mexico or Russia provide for their versions. Very good. Rest procedure. UNICEF, help me by pressing the little button on the back of the neck. Very well. Now come, I will remove the bandage. Okie dokie. Alright, this is it. Let's go. As soon? It doesn't count if the UN stop him for his break. I already said we're leaving. It was just getting interesting. We have a love triangle involved and we already talked about this. I say Indonesia, once the first round is over, we have to go off to complete the trades that were left for later, and I speak for everyone. Technically, the UN gave us all a break. Could we even have a sandwich? Okay. Just don't cause any more mess or make too much noise. Just in case, I'll keep an eye on you all the time, and remember that once the break is over, we'll leave now. Really? Thank you very much. It's true. As Philly told me, they had to leave when this first round was over. I wish I had more time to thank you for the information. She did too much risking getting caught in a zone restricted. Frog, I have a bad feeling. Hey, that flower is new. And it suits you. What happened, Ukraine? You left the room very quickly when the UN gave the break. Do you want to talk about something, or do you prefer that I leave you alone? No, I mean, yes, I do want to talk, but I don't know how to start. Don't worry, don't rush so much. Take your time. I'm in a dilemma, Canada. They are Mexico and Russia, frigate. I thought I knew from the beginning who I was going to support, but after hearing them talk, I don't know what to believe. Mexico is someone I trust too much. I don't think they could be lying, and Russia, even though I know that he was a bully, a jerk, and a frog to me on many occasions, he couldn't do that to someone. I know I sound like a frogging hypocrite, but I don't know if I can bear to see the two of them in this situation. But in itself, what made you support Mexico from the beginning? I didn't want to leave him alone in this. I really know what it feels like to be without support. I'm sorry, Canada. I don't want this to make you change your mind when it comes to supporting Mexico or something like that. Hey, let's calm down. Don't keep putting yourself down like this. I know you're trying to do your best in this situation. So painful, but at least you should have listened to both sides too before assuming anything. Yes, now I realize that. By the way, I never asked, but why did you decide to support Mexico? Right, I didn't mention it to you. Well, I'll tell you this super crazy but well-argued theory that my bro made. The USA told me that perhaps Mexico was the cause of all this mess, due to his history and many incidents he had with the USSR. It is possible that he's still in mourning and obsessed looking for a way to replace him. And when Mexico is rejected, there will be lost his temper and decided to attack him. And it is that it seems somewhat incoherent to me the fact that Mexico was always flirting to Russia and speaking wonders about it, so that later this would happen or those empty looks that it gave it. It's the same thing Cass said to me. Frog. She was trying to tell me and I just ignored her and called her Frog. Are you alright? Don't worry, you don't need to keep listening. No, go on. Well, this is where I came in to support Mexico, if it could be said that way. I really wanted to investigate more about this and if I could get some clues. Yes, I know it's Frog, but my intention is not to harm him. I just want to help him come to his senses and once and for all get some good help. And I'm very sorry, Ukraine. What she least wanted was to lie in this way to a noble person like you, who will always be there when her friends need her. I'm really sorry. It's okay that you don't want to hang out with me anymore. I was a fragging liar and I don't even deserve your friendship, your closeness, or your respect. I'd better leave you alone. No, please. You have really been a great help to Mexico as well as to me in these last few days. Thank you for being here with me.